while people were on the Zoom. First part of the video basically said, look, there are too many people here on this planet thinking they could just get by and just be average. Like that's their goal. That's their, hey, you know, yeah, there's a difference between you and the celebrities, difference between you and the big players in the NFL or the NBA. No, we're all called to do something amazing, right? So play big. In the real estate game, you're not gonna find success unless you gotta get out there. You gotta play big. You gotta, sometimes, man, you gotta get out there and jump in the water before you learn how to swim, right? You have to play big. It's okay to take risks in life. And what he was saying is it's better to take a big risk than doing something that's knowable, because the amount of learning that you might get even from failing is worth playing big. So play big. And then number two, keep the promises you make to you. That point was really good too, because a lot of us have goals and dreams and aspirations, and we have a list of things that we want to do and accomplish in our lives, right? I mean, no one goes through life and wakes up in the morning and says, oh, well, whatever happens today happens. Just go with the flow. I don't worry about the money. I don't have any goals about... No, you have goals, you have dreams, you have things that you want to do and accomplish in life, and he's basically saying the best way for you to get there is to keep the promises you've made to yourself. Because a lot of times when we're working in a job or we're working with different people, we make a lot of promises to each other, we make a lot of promises to our bosses, a lot of promises to our families, a lot of promises to whatever. If you want to succeed, if you want to grow personally, you got to keep the promises you made to yourself. Okay? And so self-care and self-reflection and self-assessment on a daily basis is really healthy for you, because if you want to be, let's say you're in a work environment, you want to be the best employee that you want to be, well then you need to look at yourself first, right? And number three, turn your difficulties into triumphs. We had an entire mindset discussion on that. And basically he said, look, your darkest of days, every time you look back at your worst days in life, you can see there's so much fruit that was given from that. I have a photographer friend, and she doesn't do like wedding photography. She doesn't do like photography that you would think would be nice. But here's the thing: she does photography after there's been a big fire. It's kind of it's a very niche market that she has. But she does a comparison. We had a huge fire up north, I don't remember last year, Tahoe area. I mean, a bunch of things, acres and acres and acres, right? She got up there. So this is her whole business, right? This is her whole thing. She takes pictures and photos of once everything was burned down. And then, as the years progress, she goes back and keeps taking photos. And here's the amazing thing. Everything's burned down, destruction, ashes everywhere. You don't see any hope, there's nothing, right? Now, the trees that have grown back, the flowers are grown back even more bigger and more beautiful than it was before it got burned down. And so that's her business. She has books, she's put books of her projects on there. Her project, her company is called From Ash to Beauty, From Ashes to Beauty. And you can see how, and the whole premise of it is she goes around and does motivational speeches, and she says, hey, look, when your life falls apart, normally, almost, and she shows from the pictures, pretty much as a guarantee, your life blooms into something even more beautiful and better after that happens, right? If we respond the right way. And so, turning your difficulties into triumphs, that's pretty awesome. If you have time, look up Ashes to Beauty. She does an amazing work, and you can see before and after, and it's great. But anyways. Number four, serve people. I'm really big on this personally, and he said it best. He said, you know, I was trying to get into, I had this financial job, and obviously with a financial job, you want to make money, right? I mean, that's, you want to make money. But what he found out, and what it is true, the more he served people without asking for money, without looking for money, without having money be the goal, the more he was rewarded financially. And there's truth to that, and it seems like it's an oxymoron, right? Serve people for free and make more money. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And here's the thing, there's a lot of things in life that don't make sense, but we are made and we find the most joy and peace in our lives when we serve people. okay, when we serve people. So keep people first. And then number 5, find mentors. Find mentors. And we do the best we can to bring in different trainings and bring in different people that you can view as a mentor. And it's very important to have someone in your life that's better at your job than you. It's always good. I've been a basketball coach, volleyball coach for the past 8-9 years. Going into it, I'm not the greatest coach, but what did I do? I made really quick friends with the coaches at San Jose State University. I would bring my players from our little high school and, hey, can we go on the court with you guys? Can we watch you guys practice? I'd form a relationship. I'd learn how they coach. And it wasn't just for the players to watch at the level they can get to. It was for me to see their coaching style and different things like that. I flew down to Sweet 16, big college basketball tournament. Favorite coach, Coach K, Coach Yosefsky for Duke University. Actually have friends that they go to church together, so I was able to meet him, right? Talk with him, bounce ideas off of him. And it's good to have those mentors in life. Always someone that you want to reach to get there, right? It's always good to have mentors, because otherwise you'll get to a point where you no longer want to grow or think you need to grow. But when you have someone that's in your line of work that's better than you, then you understand every single day, you're reminded there's always something for me to learn. And you never stay stagnant. You never stay still. You're always on the drive. You're always on a push. So 5 really good tips here that I think it's only a 9-minute video, but it's worth rewatching again. And this guy Ed, he has a lot. He has a session that was like an hour and 45 minutes long. I know we don't have that much time, but I was able to watch it, at least bits and parts. Really good. He actually breaks all this down. And so I'm going to try to find clips for that later. But anyways, I am glad you guys are here with us this morning. I'm happy you're here with the training. Hello to everyone on Zoom. Just a quick reminder, remember last week I sent an email out regarding the free Business Center help on Monterey Road, okay? If you did not receive that, please let me know. It is an awesome tool. I think it would help you as an agent gain more clients as far as in the commercial area, right? In the business loans and different things like that. Because I know how it is. I got a lot of family that are in business and things like that, and their books are a mess. They talk to my wife is she's really good at accounting and stuff like that. They come to my wife all the time. Hey, can you fix this for me? Can you fix this for me? This center is free, okay? This center is free, and so make sure you utilize that. Next week is the final week. Next Tuesday, Vanna, George, Adriana, that whole group from Chase and Cal Private Bank, they'll be with us for that last week. So if you have any questions regarding SBA loans, commercial loans, or any of the process from A to Z, make sure you have that set of questions ready to go to ask it, otherwise you're going to forget and they're going to be gone. Not forever, but they're going to be gone at least for a while, okay? And so as long as we have them and are hosting them in person, make sure you ask those questions because they're very, very, very informed on what they do. They're really good, and they're really good at communicating it and giving you the reality of it. So make sure you take advantage of the opportunity you have to spend some time with them, okay? So with that being said, we'll have our mortgage session taught by AMC.
Thank you so much. Awesome talk. Thank you so much. I love the video, and keep it there for now.
Okay.
Why I want to keep it there is on Monday night I watched a movie called 13 Lives, and I shared with a few of the people in the office. And in that movie, it's so amazing movie. I want you guys to go home and watch it. It's about the 13 boys in Thailand. They got stuck in a cave 4 years ago. That's a true story. And when I watched the movie, it's about the people who volunteered to come there to save lives. And that cave is special cave. It's 2,500 meter. That how far the kids ended up. And at some part of the cave, only one person can move through it. This way, not this way. Okay, it's a tiny hole, and it's not just a hole like this. It's have things that go down like this. It cut people places. Okay, when you don't know how to go through it, it might cut your skin. So what about the movie that I really like? The cave diver. There are 1,000 cave diver in the world. and only 5 or 7 people that qualify to do that job. And I realized those cave divers, they're not cave diver for life, for a career. They have a different career. And cave diving is just their hobby. But even hobby, they play big in their hobby. They be the best in the world. One of the cave diver, because of one of the cave diver is the doctor. Because of that doctor, they saved that 13 lives. I want you to go watch it. It's a wonderful movie. It's about playing big, be the best of whatever you do in your life. Not just your career, anything you do, you want to be the best. Don't just be average. Don't just be nobody. Be the best of what you do. Because after I watched that movie, I said, what? Just a hobby? They are number 1 in the world. Number 1 cave diver in the world. Just a hobby. And they have their other career. And they're doing very well with their career as well. They are very young people. I really admire the people there. And there are 5,000 people around the world came to that place in Thailand to help out, volunteering, so serving. So those people, they have their own life as well. But they do it because they want to serve. The doctor, a good career, have a hobby, cave diving, he have his life. The doctor, his father was really ill at that time. And because he has to be here serving the people, when they done with the mission, saving the 13 lives, he got the news his dad passed away. People have lives, but they come to serve others. So for me, that's amazing. And after I got back from Vietnam, I have a big list of what I should do. Now my goal is completely different from my goal before. I have a big list, and it's all about serving. It's all about serving. I came back, totally changed. What I've done in the past a little, I need to do a lot more. Because and then it just happened watching that movie 2 nights ago, and I feel like our goal here in this world is serving others, not about making money for ourselves. So be the best so you can serve. I feel like the cave divers, the best cave divers, they come to this life just to serve, to save that 13 kids. They do all that training, all that practice for many years just to save that 13 lives. Is that awesome? It's amazing. So I'm sorry I take so long talking about it, but it really make me, it really touched me, and I really admire them. Okay, let's talk about loans. We haven't been talking about this for long. Money time. Okay, so we've been learning how to do income calculation for somebody with fixed income earn the same amount. It's easy, right? It's really easy. Now let's go look at people who have variable income. And how do we calculate variable income? Let's go to the next slide. All right. So now a review of hourly wage. So if somebody working 40 hours a week, and if they, this is a new one, for someone who earned the same amount of money every week, that's easy, because we know exactly how much they make a month. But for this one, each paycheck shows different working hours. So lender, how do they look into this kind of income? Let's go into case by case so we understand how to calculate the income. So, Jose, can you read the income of each week for me?
Sure. First week of June 2022, 34 hours. The second week of June 2022, you had 38 hours. Third week of June, you had 32 hours. Fourth week of June, you had 33 hours.
So it's totally different, right? The numbers are not the same at all. So how do we calculate gross monthly income for this borrower? So before we put down the formula or the calculation, we should ask ourselves questions. what information do we need to calculate variable income? We need to ask the correct questions so we have enough information to provide to do the calculation. So the next slide, please. So question number 1 is what information do we need? And then question number 2, was the income increase or decrease in the past 2 years and year to date? So when their income is fluctuate, we have to find out if it's going up or going down recently and the past 2 years. So we have to go all the way to the previous 2 years and now. So the previous 2, now we are in 2022. So the previous 2 years is 2021 and 2020, right? Question number 3 is how do we know if the income increase or decrease? We have to look into the number, right? Question number 4, how to calculate gross monthly income if it's increasing, and how to calculate gross monthly income if it is decreasing. So this is what we're gonna learn today. Okay? So we're gonna start looking into each scenario. So scenario number 1. Jonathan, can you read me the thing? Yeah.
William Schwab wants to purchase a house, and he provided his 2020 and 2021 and June pay stubs. Processor Beautiful Rose put all the income in the summary below. 2020 W-2 was $30,000. 2021 W-2 was $33,800. Year to date, June 30th, 2022 is $17,600.
Thank you. So the question is, is the income increasing or decreasing? Anyone?
Increasing.
How do you know?
Increasing.
Chị Vân Anh said increasing. Did you take a look at the 2022 income yet, everyone, when you say increasing?
Not yet.
Multiply by 2.
Multiplied by 2, it's going to be
Yeah.
34 something.
34.
Right? Very smart, very quick, chị Vân Anh. So
35 2.
So 35, if she, but that in case that, okay, if you do that, then you assuming that they make the same amount the next 6 months. But if we don't assume anything, because when we do loan, we don't assume anything. Chị Christine, how do we do this? We don't assume.
Average it.
We average it, yeah. We divide it by 6, right? So
Yeah.
17,600 divided by 6. How much do we have?
Do math.
39. How much per month do they make for this amount?
29 33.
29,
33.
2,900?
Yep.
33. So in order to compare, then you have to compare. So how much do they make in 2020 each month? So let's do it together, right? Let's do it together for 2020.
For 2020,
Yeah?
Divided by
for it's 2,500 a month.
2,500. And then in 2021?
maybe 26.
2,860.
2817.
So in 2020, they make 2,500 a month. In 2021, they make 2,800 something a month. In 2022,
29.
2,900 something a month. So obviously, it's increasing. But in order to find out if it's increasing or not, we have to go back to the basic of monthly income for each year, right? So in this case, we answer one of the questions. What is it increasing or decreasing? And then now we know it's increasing.
Increase.
How do we calculate it? Let's go to the next slide. So we did the calculation, right, everyone? So because it's increasing each year, this is how we calculate it.
Average it.
We add them all. You see that? Why we have cake? And we divide by the 12 months of 2020, 12 months of 2021, and 6 months of 2022. When it's increasing, that's how we calculate the income. Can you do this type of income? Can you do this income calculation for your clients?
Yes.
If you receive the W-2 of the previous 2 years and the year-to-date paycheck, and you know that their income is really different every week, this is how, and then after you find out it's increasing, this is how you calculate the income. So first of all, you will find out the income, the monthly income in 2020, and then the monthly income in 2021, and the monthly income now. And then if you know it's increasing, you add up all the income from 2020, 2021, and year-to-date income, you divide it by all the months, and then you get the average income. Because in 2022, the income up to June 30th, so we have 6 months of 2022. But 2021 and 2020, we calculate income of 12 months, so we have total of 30 months. So we add all the income, we divide it by 30 months. We have the average gross monthly income for this person. Any questions?
Clear.
Clear, yay, you got it. So we go to the next one. I need somebody to read this for me. Any volunteer?
You can read it.
Okay, you
Can
can
I can see it.
read it for me, Jose. Read the whole thing.
Joe wants to purchase a house and he provided his 2020 and 2021 and June pay stubs. Processor Beautiful Daisy put all the income in the summary below. 2020 W-2 $30,000 for the year. 2021 W-2 $29,800 for the year. And year to date, June 30th, 2022 is $14,000. Is the income increasing or decreasing?
By looking at this, you know right away. Is it increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
Yeah, it is.
Go down. Sorry.
So we see, obviously, it's decreasing. But if because this is so obvious, so we don't have to do anything. But for cases, it's more complicated. You go back to the basic. You divided the income by month. So you find out the monthly income in 2020, monthly income in 2021, and monthly income year to date. And then you find out if it's decreasing or increasing. So let's go to the next slide. When you know it's decreasing, what you do next? So this is the calculation. I do go back to the basic, right? I see it in 2020, monthly income is $2,500. 2021 monthly income is $2,483, and 2022 is only $2,333. So we know the income decreasing, so we don't have to add any number. When it's decreasing, we get the lowest number as an income. You save so much time. But you don't like to save time like this because normally they don't qualify for the loan amount that they want, right? So you have to go with the lowest income. The lender is very conservative. So, any questions? Any question at all?
The low number.
Okay, so I remember one time I have a tax return W-2 and the client have the income of the previous year like 100,000 and then another year is like 50,000 and then actually no, the 2 years ago it's 100,000 and then a year after like 20,000 and then now it's even worse. Then I have to use the worst number and it's like nothing. It's like no income. So it's really sad when it's like, oh, I make a lot of money in 2021, but in the past.
Yeah.
Right now it's more important. So remember that. What is the lowest you use? If it's the newest number, the lowest number, that's the number. Okay? Any question? Otherwise we go next. I know you expert. You are expert. Anyone on Zoom? Anything you wanna share? You come across any case in the past? If not, we're gonna move on. Okay. Okay, scenario 3. I guess. And then can you read the scenario number 3 for me?
Bob the builder wants to purchase a house and he provides his 2020 and 2021 and June and pay stubs. Possess a beautiful Canadian, but all the income in the summary below. 2020 W-2 30,000 in 12 months. 2021 W-2 99,800 12 months. Year to date June 30, 22 6,000. Is the income increase or decrease?
Thank you. So another scenario.
Calculate.
You see what different here? What is the difference in this scenario from compared to the first two? What the difference?
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
he makes so much
So
money.
much money. Different.
He makes a lot of money in 2021. And then what happened in 2022?
Go down.
Go down so much.
Uh-huh.
So, so this look really
It's
bad.
different, yeah.
It look really bad,
Very
right?
bad.
The first scenario, the income keep increasing. The second scenario, the income keep decreasing. But this income, this Bob the Builder, you know, the Bob the
Not
Builder,
stable.
right?
Not stable.
He make 30,000 in 2020, and he make 99,000 in 2021. But look at
Lucky year.
2022, he make only 6,000 for the first 6 months of 2022. So by looking at 2022, he make only 1,000 a month. What is his income?
No income. 1,000.
Go to the next slide, please. Okay. So the first step is to calculate the monthly income. So we did it. So his 2022 he make 2,500. The second year, 2021 he make $8,316. The $8,316. That's a lot. And then in 2022, up to June he make only 1,000 a month. So how do we calculate this income? Let's go to the next slide.
We had a secret.
Can we go to the next slide? What did we do?
This was that one.
Never go to the next slide. Oh, no.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so let
Thank
me
you.
at the end. So what do you think his income is?
Calculate together.
No.
No, can.
You have to go with the lowest
Lower.
one.
Yeah.
But in some case, lender have the right to deny on this case.
Deny.
It's up to the lender. They have all the right to deny it. Hey, wait a minute. Your income decreased so much. From 8,000 to 1,000, look like you're gonna lose your job soon.
Yeah.
Then
Not
how
stable.
am I going to lend you the money, right? If I lend you the money, meaning what if you lose your job in the next 3 months or maybe next year? Because lender only looking into the next 3 years. If this client will be able to make more money in the next 3 years, continue the job in the next 3 years, what happened? Then, you know, a lot of time the client would have to have a very good explanation. Otherwise, he won't be able to get a job. He won't be able to be a co-borrower. Because his income is nothing. And it just go down so much. He either had to come up with a good explanation, or he should be out of the whole application because it looked really bad. So remember, every time you see the income drop, that is the income that our lender looking at. A lot of people they say, but the previous year I make so much, so what, right? Lender only look at the lowest number. Any questions? If we have any question, we are done for the day because that's all we learned today. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you very much.
Alright, please eat all the cake. Otherwise I have to eat it all.
What we celebrate?
Yeah,
Why we have the cake?
yeah.
Birthday cake, I guess. Birthday.
Vâng, I have the same question.
Jamie đó. Jamie, birthday girl.
Birthday.
Birthday girl.
Someone online now.
August, baby.
So let that have a good meal today. I have some. Thank you. Vâng, I haven't seen you for so long. Birthday đấy. Okay. Why did I I miss you. Thank you, everybody. I wish to see you all soon. I'm gonna do the interview tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow? No, Thursday, right?
Tomorrow, Thursday. Okay.
Yes. Tomorrow at 11, yes.
Okay, wait.
Trời sao mà cắt bự như còn mừng nó cái bánh bự lắm. Mà còn có 2 hoặc 3 cái bánh á. Vì lại nhỏ lắm cậu hay phải. Có ăn nhỏ lại. Có môi chị nè. Môi mắt nhỏ. Cái là chị trong đầu luôn chị. Ủa nó trong đó hả? Thì tại sao chị xưng con với nó? Không thằng thì con là cô mẹ với con bé này.